We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the Soto District of Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Seattle Seahawks. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the 29, Mariota, he'll buy some time right, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up, keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play and gave up a bigger one instead.
2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Second and 12 at the 45-yard line.
Behind the chain, second and 12.
Here we go.
Mariota on the keeper. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
On third down, Henry. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down.
Fourth down.
On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, first and 10 at their own 15.
Watch out. Showing that. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. 36.
And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Wilson's pass.
7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 22-yard line.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
Coming to you. 57. 18.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. This is brought in by Gibson. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Watch the slant. Front left. 57's the mic. Booster team. 57's the mic. Watch the curl.
They go play action now. Wilson rolling to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Now this is Hilton on the receiving end. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
First down, Tennessee.
Mariota going to run on the option. And a couple of yards as they move it from the... to the 19.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Throwing is Mariota, sliding out of the pocket. He can run for it, and he will.
Mariota.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Hey, pick your game up. 54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. L.J. Collier collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3. We're scoreless after 1. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Desmond King making the tackle. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Dre Greenlaw.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44-yard line. On first down, it's Gibson. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
10 at the 25-yard line.
Now again, right side. Gibson. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. They still can't get him. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Desmond King picks it. And the return will stop right around the 25. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Play action now. Mariota. They'll roll him out right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing. Because the reactions of those guys back 7, phenomenal.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
57. Mike.
Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
Yeah.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches.
Mike, we got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Check 26. Check 26. Hold up. Bang out.
This time, Wilson will throw. Flush to his right. Got a man, it's Gibson, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Good job right there.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Wilson defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
So don't say nothing.
To throw again is Wilson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
First and goal.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Check, 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 check. Slam, slam, slam.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Antonio Gibson, his 17th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it first and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Check tight end, check tight. Check tight. Tighten up.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. Shedding the tackle. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts.
A gain of 6
as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Taken from just outside the 30. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They go play action with Wilson. He sets to fire deep, and that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete. Brings up a third down. And
an incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard
line.
Seahawks
take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 30, 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Antonio Gibson, 79 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points
big time.
First down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
To throw is Mariota. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 16 more on that one and another first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Mariota hands to Henry. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
He'll buy some time right. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. From the red zone now, Mariota under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out, you see, and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And they move this all the way down to the 9.
First and goal, Tennessee.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And the Titans are going to have a first and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
He's checking.
They'll give Henry another shot. Not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Check. Pressure.
Here's Henry. Oh, he bowls over him. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans have made this a 1-score game. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Seahawks 14, Titans 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. A takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
It's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
On third down, it's Gibson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
Seahawks. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now it's Wilson. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter.
With the
Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Harold Landry able to record his 5th sack of the season. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Wilson. And the pressure gets to him again. Harold Landry in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's a play to applaud because these RPOs, things happen so quickly. And that ball's out of the quarterback's hands fast. He read it and reacted and was there to hit him as the ball arrived at the receiver. Big-time read, big-time play.
Derrick Henry,
and he's able to get this one down to about the 40. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Let's get off the field.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Oh, twisting away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 22.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches who have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point in the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The 20, and now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Antonio Gibson, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Now Myers for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Good. Makes the score Seahawks 21, Titans 7. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down, Titans.
Right there, 56. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. 56.
Off the play fake, Mariota. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Number 13.
That goes for a gain of 31.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
On play action, Mariota. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. To the air again, Mariota. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Brings up 2nd and
they go play action. Mariota.
4-yard line.
Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
On the keeper.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Play fake. Mariota. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like,
first down.
Yeah, you know,
that doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. He'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So the victory here for Seattle, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Seahawks, they pick up win number 7 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Titans, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.